Hey guys, how are you? Good. We're gonna do Geminis. It's Gemini. It's cool. I do feel peace. I feel a heaviness under. What the fuck? I give up on today. I literally just want to go to bed and not wake up. Like, this is dreadful. For an empath, today has been dreadful. Is everyone always mad and nosy and hurtful? You know what the craziest part of it all is? Is an empath. Since empaths essentially in aspects of explanation show how they feel, it's not essentially showing how they feel, it's essentially showing how they feel your energy. And it creates a mirroring effect. In other words, when you look at an empath and you feel immediate sad, disappointment, whatever, that's because they're shadowing how you're feeling. And it doesn't matter all the protection in the world for some of us. It doesn't matter. My gift is to literally, my gift is so strong. You could put metal around a human being and I would still be able to feel how they felt. Every movement, every thought. And in a world, and it's just amusing to me because I don't understand why people just choose to be angry. I don't understand why. So I will tell you a little story. This is truly this is my situations that I've had to learn to deal with for my empath, because I have so many rocks. It's incredible. It's something that brings me joy, actually. Maybe I should do. Okay. I'll think about that. And I went on the boat, hence why you guys can't tell on camera that I'm actually really tan. I feel like it was adorable. No, I don't even know how people put things, but they don't even. I can't even talk because it's gonna offend someone. I can't even say what I want to say. Okay, I'm just gonna whatever. So I was at the cannabis store yesterday, and this tall, I'm gonna say 10 African American, and we're talking about how hot it was outside. It was this like stuffy white ass with this. Seriously, I just wanted to shove a dildo up his ass. He was so white and. I hate people like that. Anyways. I don't hate. I just strongly just don't. Just want to flick them away from the world or something. And he made a joke that he couldn't believe the tan he was getting. Knowing me and my slave girl self, it took a second. And of course I just laugh. I don't say anything, like a dumbass, right? And I make the comment, well, at least you're not gonna have to be shoveled off the pavement of which you'd blend into, because it's white. And I was talking about me. Dude, my allergies are so sick right now. I have to take a oregano. I should just take it right now, because then when I cough, I won't have that. But it's because obviously the fires and then sleeping last night with the pollen. The oregano, basically what it does is all the mucus, it will just burn through the mucus. And so when the mucus drops down in your belly, if it's infected with any sort of fungal or bacteria or any illness, it will kill it before it even enters the body. And then it regulates your body's pH. If you don't know about oregano, I really recommend that you get it, especially during COVID right now. It actually would go. But anyways, it doesn't, whatever. I'm done teaching people, not just pull me through the mud. Where are we going with this? But yeah, it was this hilarious situation where I had said that, and then he looks at me because I said shoveling me off the pavement, and he looks at me and goes, "What are you talking about? You're tan." Yeah, for a whitey-tighty. I'm like, yeah, I am tan. I didn't think about that, you know? Bringing out the positive. I'm trying to stall because the energy is... Geminis, I feel like we don't understand how to respond to situations, because we don't even understand how it all even became what it is. Why, when someone works so hard at healing, I'll tell you, this is going to keep happening today. I don't know what to say. Geminis, I think we're reflecting this in our shadows and our depth. Maybe it's just me, as an empath. I don't know. Lord knows no one will. Anyways, why do things work out the way they do? Good or bad? Why are some aspects of our lives working out amazing, but other aspects aren't? Why, when do we need to release? Something was unfair. You're not able to communicate. P.S. This is obviously becoming a channeled message. For Geminis during the planet rotation, or what's going on right now. Geminis, I, as a 3D human, understand I don't understand as a Gemini why, in my eyes, people live in such a state of delusion and take no responsibility of it. But I, as a Gemini, realize it doesn't matter. But then I also, as a Gemini, realize it does matter, because they tend to pull us Geminis into their shit. How many Geminis go above and beyond to be nice to everyone? Have people call them 24/7 and or once every blue moon, what the fuck ever they feel like doing, whatever, right? And they will talk to you once a year and be like, it's so good to hear your voice, and they fucking don't talk to you, what, for the rest of your life? 6 months, I mean, how many, raise your hand if that's not a Gemini's life. Raise your hand if when their life becomes shit that you're not the first one that they call where they need something from. Raise the hand if you're a Gemini that gets out of situationships in the appropriate way, and then you finally get yourself strong enough to rebuild again, and then some person comes and takes it away. Then you find out you're in a full-blown shit show, and then they go for a male-looking woman. That was my personal experience. And a huge carnival instead of, and you know what delusional state they say? I just wasn't ready. Why the fuck did you even introduce me to your family? And you're like, universe, is this a joke? Do you know what I mean? That was just my chapter. So what do Geminis do? They do what they do best. They kick it by themselves. Why? Because the world's batshit crazy. So you sit there and you come, just watch it all happen. You end up saying things, being right. You know how many videos before COVID I've watched and I'm like, holy fuck, everything that you say is right. Do I get any? Like, when it comes to the videos that are all about, like, speaking about what should we doing to prepare for COVID? What should we do after mental state? All these personal videos that are channeled that have to do with self-growth. I've watched these videos that I've done, and they are on it every fucking time. Does anyone in this delusional world understand that? No. Because they live in their own delusional state of mind. I don't want to think about the fact that this person's a liar, so I'm not going to think about it. Therefore, it doesn't exist. I'm not going to think about the fact that I just butchered this person's life just because I'm spiteful. I want to take no responsibility for it. And it is what it is. I think Geminis are at a point where what's left to take? I think it's at a point where some of us could be really hitting two extremes. One extreme where the gem is in there, and this is so funny because someone like a Sagittarius is going to tell you, that's not how a Gemini is. It's like, okay, Miss or Mr. Delusional, let's be honest with ourselves. They're going to try to say it's the twins. Well, you know what I'm going to say? You're a ram. Rams are only so smart. Twins are the smartest. So don't even go with your fucking one-minded little sentences that just shut down a Gemini's fucking awareness of shit that you're not aware of. You get the gift of being lucky. Take that gift and be thankful. Stop trying to project your opinions on people when it's unsolicited. Because you don't know. You have absolutely no fucking idea what a Gemini's life is like. Because you're not. I don't care if you've studied a Gemini literally to the T in science. Unless you're a fucking Gemini, you do not know what we go through. Geminis, scientifically, every person that they come in contact and speak with or speaks with them, they have to feel that person's feeling. There's no fucking ram in the world that would ever be sweet enough to be able to even comprehend what that is. That is what you call duality. The two help each other, not battle each other. And when a ram is going over and over and over and over, beating himself in the head, a Gemini is going to try to flip it to talk them into not running into the wall. And by trying to talk the wall or figure it out where it can flip, and then the ram can turn around. But if the ram is too busy voicing their opinion, because Gemini's duality, which means Most Sages are going to be your toughest. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. That's absolutely not. But like if there's, okay. Geminis right now, I think the thing that's scaring most people, including yourself, is you or we don't know. I mean, I swear, I will be drenched in crystals. I will do all my... It doesn't matter. People are so fucking delusional, heavy. I don't even know. I don't... It's... They... There's... What do you say? That it's like every... Apparently someone's lying. See what I mean? Just craziness. That's a ram. I'm just... And I feel like we get to places where aspects of our life are so incredible. And then other aspects, it's like, wah, 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 wah. And what do they do? Call Gemini's toothpaste. Why? Because in the very beginning of meeting you, we pick up on your energy. That's what Geminis do. That is the gift of their sign. You don't like it? Fuck off. Everyone gets a gift. You seem to like your gift, so why do you have a problem with the Gemini's gift? Right? And with that gift, it allows people to feel certain ways, because often enough Geminis want to make people happy until they're tired of that person taking and taking and taking and taking their kindness for weakness. So what happens? Then the Gemini switches because they get sick of being pushed around. And then what happens? The person cuts them off because whatever reason. You know what I mean? A, the stubbornness. B, the ego. C, the fear. B, there was an issue between the two. Who knows? Every circumstance is going to be different. Why do we do this? Someone's doing magic. Gemini. Levi. That was pretty in your face. Someone that's licking wounds. Yeah. You reap what you sow. Well, if I gotta reap what I sow and what I created for myself, I will be happy in a lot of ways. So, magic didn't change that, right? That's a Gemini. It's just, realistically, Geminis are happier when they're alone. Why? Because we don't need to feel anyone else's energy. And yeah, you could be numb to your own energy and you can't feel your energy that you project because you do it every day so blatantly all the time. Right? Because that's what we do if we can't. Gem. You need to get away. Does that have anything to do with other people? No, it has to do with you. They can't feel their abrupt energy. You can't feel your abrupt energy. Because you're too busy. Why is the world like this? Thank God I'm not crying anymore. Holy fuck. That was the most emotional, dramatic shit show. Which, what the one thing that I guess I always thought is, if you got something to say it to my face. Otherwise, you're a pussy that says it behind my back, right? Ooh. But not everyone perceives it that way, right? You could be living with someone that can't even perceive their own life, so they perceive yours differently. You could be living with someone that can perceive their life, and you can't perceive your life, and it lives differently. You can have two people living together and have them both not be able to perceive things in a way that makes sense. The way you perceive things is based on the knowledge you have. If you don't ask questions, you don't have knowledge. So if you're someone that thinks that you know, you don't. If you're someone that watches readings and don't believe them, you only want to believe how you perceive it or how you hear it or what you think in your delusional world. That is what your perspective is. It's going to be based on delusions. You're not, all that's going to happen is you won't have an awakening. And you just stay in the same drought. All the magic in the world isn't going to help your drought. How can you celebrate over magic? Is that a joke? Oh, someone was trying to do like a love romance too, because they wanted to be able to control someone else. Because that's not a state of delusion. That's the crazy thing, is that person would say, but I was so in love with them, I did it out of love. No, you did it out of control. Because you were so obsessed and you couldn't get over your own brain that, yeah, celebration was your wish. So one used magic. So in other words, let's just say the person is unhealthy, which they are. You just trapped an unhealthy person to you, and now they're so trapped to you that they're not even going to be able to focus on themselves, because they're going to have this unrecognized bond to you in an aspect of, okay. So let's just say you trapped someone. Let's just say I did a love spell, and that person was mentally fucked up already, okay? You just trapped a mentally fucked up person, so now their brain is going to start thinking about you, but they're still too mentally fucked up to even be able to heal. So what, let's just say, if their brain's too fucked up to heal, and what they would do is cheat, and then you do a spell on them, they're going to think about you more, therefore they're going to start cheating more. Why? Because they're trying to cover up. Why? Because they never understood in the very beginning how to not do that. So you trapped an unhealthy person to you, and then the magic's going to get worse. But you're fine, because you're not going to be truthful. For others of you that did magic because you wanted someone that wasn't rightfully yours. Truthfulness reversed. In other words, you're never going to be truthful about it anyway, so I'm not even going to read about it. Anything else for my Geminis? Geminis, I just feel like you have all these people's energy around you, and all you want to do is hit your dreams. All you want to do is perceive things the way that they are. All you want to do is be in Mother Nature. That's it. All you want to do is have new ventures. All you want is fucking kindness from people. But all these people see, all you want from people is discernment. For them to take a chill pill. But all they want to do is not heal. They want to laugh at you. They want to not listen. They want no truthfulness in reverse. Awakening reverse. They want fickleness because they don't want to have to make a choice, because they'd rather live in a lie, because once they knew the choice, they knew that that person, they were literally weren't good enough, and they're not willing to hear that. They want encouragement and fortune without having to try or do anything. They don't want to deal with rejection because it makes them feel like they're not valuable, even if they did something wrong. They want the authority over everything. They don't want to face their true identity in reverse. And they want to be able to celebrate guilt upright. They want to be able to be authentic, but they can't because of Gemini Christmas. Shame. Insecurities reverse. Those are the things that block them. They feel abandoned. Of course they do. They abandon people. That's such a victim mentality. I'm going to abandon people, carry their souls, ghostbuster them, and then I'm going to call them a victim. I'm not even going to tell you what sign that feels like. Anyways, gems, I think really, honestly, although it's really easy for me to say this right now because we still have to emotionally go through the emotions that go with this battle, of every person that we even talk to. I don't think people realize this. We don't want to talk. You know why we don't want to talk? We're Geminis. We have to feel your feelings every time you look at us. Google that. Stop acting like you know something you don't know. And Geminis, when someone says, why don't you want to talk? Easy. You have too much weight on you. That is what Geminis do. We pick up on energy. Google it. It doesn't take more than 1 to 2 things that are going to tell you that. That's what they do. Yet these people, they don't know their own energy. They're so comfortable with being uncomfortable that they don't even see it. So we're delusional. Yet they go in circles. And that's what the universe is trying to say. And yes, it's not going to make us, obviously, I was still just crying. It will come and go in waves. And like I had to keep crying when I'm doing a fucking video, and it's very inconvenient because I have to release. If I don't cry, that bitterness is going to stay just like on all these other people. And then it becomes delusion where I'm just like going back and forth, the toxic things, doing spells, hoping my whole life will go back to normal when in reality, it's not supposed to be that way. And I'm too stubborn to get it. I'm going to keep inevitably allowing people, right, to project their personal beliefs of trying to control who they are because they can't love themselves enough to be like, you don't deserve this. Listen, you're done. Move the fuck on, Felicia. They don't get that you can feel that every time you look in their eyes. And that they have to sit there and be you have to sit there and be totally fine with the fact that people will never see it, Gemini, ever. Until the day you fucking die, they will not see it. They literally could see a whole documentary on this, and you know what they would still say? Well, you know, a Gemini's toothpaste. Why the fuck would they not be two-faced? We live in our little supreme bubble, and you all just are like moochers to us. And then we try to distance, and it's like, why are you distancing? Why are you this? Why are you this? And my feelings are hurt. When you don't listen to us try to explain how we feel in the very beginning. So what do? We go off on our own, and then we get told that we run away from problems. Why? Because you guys were stabbing us over and over and ignoring us over and over and wondering why we don't want to be around you. What is wrong with your brain? And the universe is saying, why are you still reasoning with them? I don't know. I have a choice. The divine is like, your job is to be able to reach the people that want to be reached. And as much as it hurts, to lose things, that are more important than the world will ever understand. You are the only sign out of all of them that is capable of being overly excelled by yourself. And with that, in my opinion, is our humbling saving of grace. Because although people don't like when we don't give them the attention that they feel that they need or want, when they don't even recognize that they don't give us what we need and want, but they have those expectations of what we're allowed to be alone. And the reason is because we do and are stuck with sensing all these different things. And sometimes based on traumas, situations, our growth, our story, we can't handle another person being so claustrophobic, I'm gonna say, where their energy is so dense that it literally will drown you by a noise. Your gift as a Gemini is be able to feel that density up with air as it is so heavy and allow it to float and do something it's never been able to do in its whole entire life, and that it is incapable of doing by itself. That is why they want to gravitate. Scorpios, I love you, but at the end of the day, Geminis can change you. Scorpios cannot. No. I'm gonna leave that broad. Why? Gemini, that's your gift. But if that means you need to be away from people every day of your life because they keep abusing what you do for them and take no conscious awareness of verbally how you tell them, and they still continue to live in an aspect of delusion or what they perceive, even though you're verbally saying otherwise or you're emotionally saying otherwise, it's not your problem. It's theirs. Okay? You need to find a way to ground, meditate, cry through those emotions, express them, and recenter. That's all the divine wants from you. That's it. And I don't know why our job is to literally go and fix other people so that they can leave us to be with someone else. But if our job was to heal that person and then to have to move on and find someone else, which we know we will, because again, we're a Gemini and options are always unlimited in our lives and worlds, just like Sag, because we're duals. Different ways though of fluency. Then that's what we need to do. And although the heaviness will every now and then, and the jealousy of the people every now and then will be and make it feel like so much more, right? It doesn't matter, because all those people are worried about one person and how one person can do and get through all of that. So for those Geminis that are like, I didn't say I could get through, I have to. I know. That's how it works for us, but they don't get that. You get that, they don't get that. Okay? Allow those emotions to come through, release, and move on. I love you guys. Namaste.